This feeling is kind of what I was looking for. I had no idea this was here. One of the residential towers on the site. So why am I out here in an office park? This is Ballantyne Office Park in Charlotte, North Carolina. Because where else would I be other than Charlotte? Apparently this was the International Office Park of the Year, 2010. Yes, that's an actual award. Apparently every year there's an office park that wins that award. Must not have been very steep competition that year. This place is massive. On the screen I'll have to show a big plan view of it. It's an enormous office park. Four million square feet of Class A office here. A lot of companies are out here. And it's mostly just parking lot. Lots and lots of parking lots. But there is something interesting, I think, about office parks. Growing up, my dad used to work in one, and I'd come into one as a kid and wander around his office park while, I guess, my mom and my sister were hanging out with him. So I was somewhere outside. There's some weird kind of loneliness about these places that I find really fascinating. They're very quiet. I obviously think they're awful design, and I don't want these to be built. But there's something weirdly peaceful about them as well. I don't know what it is. But as I explore today, maybe we can figure out what the essence of this place is and what's so interesting about office parks. I haven't seen many videos about people talking about office parks and kind of how they feel to exist in and their aesthetic. The only thing I could really find is on the Vaporwave subreddit, pictures of office parks and offices from the 90s. There's something very unique about the aesthetic of them. Of course, I'm not supposed to walk in the parking lot across these little land strips right here, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm going to try to walk in every space I'm not supposed to walk on. This place is only meant for cars, really. I'm such a rebel. Always love these little picnic areas at office parks. I don't think they're ever used. But if they are, it's actually not too bad. It's pretty shaded in these. I could see myself sitting out here if I worked here. This is kind of a park. Looks like a park here. I didn't know there was a park. You have the office park. And then you have the normal park. This actually looks very well landscaped, actually. I had no idea this was here. Guess there's some kind of gathering out there. Some kind of a picnic, maybe. It's very well shaded. Very nice landscape. The landscape's nicer than most of the parks I've seen in Charlotte. So honestly, that's kind of a nice discovery right there. Wouldn't mind coming back to that park. I didn't expect to find something nice in an office park, but here we are. This is why it's good to just walk around. Go to places that you've never been before, places you don't even think you're supposed to go, and then just go for a walk. Probably find something interesting. The old office in a field. Oh my, is this office part of nature? Did it just grow here? It's not in a city, it's out here in a park. Wow. How majestic. There's just so much wasted land out here. I mean, it doesn't have to be, something for human use, like a apartment complex, but this feels so wasted. It feels, here we are on a Saturday, so of course these parking lots are not going to be filled on a Saturday, but it's just sitting empty. Curious as to what this place looks like as far as how packed the parking lots are on a weekday. My assumption is that there probably is still a bunch of wasted space out here for just parking lots. The parking lots aren't great. They, they cause a lot to the heat island effect. Do I dare run down this hill? That's a bit steep. I'm going around. Parking lots add to the heat island effect They make our cities much warmer than they would otherwise be. They're also impervious surfaces. They can't, hold the water there when it rains, and so you have a bunch of issues with storm drainage. So you have to always put all these drainage ponds around your parking lots, and there's just nothing uglier than a drainage pond. It should look nice as a lake, but they always look awful. They look dirty. They're polluted because, of course, they're draining off of the parking lot themselves, where cars leave oil and other non-natural things. So I'm not a big fan. Less parking lots would be a lot better for the environment, for the world. They're just ugly and not nice to be in. I'm very curious to see this little vignette over here. I drove past it and it looked pretty interesting how the building was just sitting there in the landscape. I want to see what that feels like over here. Okay. That is your quintessential office park. Office park building, I should say. The other end of it peeking out over there. These buildings are so anonymous. There's not a lot going on with the detail of these buildings. Very cheaply made. I love that one little cloud. It's really doing a lot of work for the composition. I don't know if I'm supposed to be here. But this feeling is kind of what I was looking for. Exactly. I don't know if anyone's ever walked over here before, but I'm very fascinated by this place. I don't want to spend too long here. I don't know what security's like here. In my mind, I'm just hearing vaporwave in my head. Vaporwave music, maybe Macintosh Plus, possibly. I wouldn't mind hanging out here, just sitting here, feeling how weird it is to be out here. It's very strange. It feels very alone. There's another park I wanted to see if it's any good. See if it's nice like the last park. Novant Health. I swear, Novant and Atrium, two largest healthcare providers here in Charlotte, just have offices everywhere, all over the place. Healthcare is such a huge part of the economy here. I've done work with Atrium. We designed a building for them. I don't want to be too specific, but they're a big client. They're building a lot of stuff all of the time. They're probably one of the biggest, let's see, one of the biggest employers here in Charlotte. Just walking through a parking lot. Nothing going on here. It's very, well, it could be a lot hotter than it is. It's not so hot today, but it is going to get very hot here. Oh, I think that's for bees right there. Little thing to keep honeybees around. I like that. It's a good idea. Why not have a little honeybee place here? Is that a little garden? They're doing a little gardening over here? I like that too. Gardening and honeybees and parks. I'm pretty surprised I'm finding this stuff in just an office park. Another park over here. Looks like a big park. People are having a birthday party over there. There's stuff over here. Yeah, it's very well landscaped. Now this could be shops, there could be shops out here, there could be apartments in walking distance. But when they built this back in the 2010s, I just don't think mixed use development was ever very popular then. It was always, zoned out, residential here, office there. There's a part of Ballantyne where they're actually building a lot of shops and housing, and there's towers over there. I'm gonna get into it more. I'm actually gonna make a long, full-length main channel video about Ballantyne, I think. Because it is very interesting to me. There's something I like about it, there's something I hate about it. It's complex. Something nostalgic about it. I feel like I just need to make a video of it. So I have warped to a different area of Ballantyne. I wanted to check this area out. It's quite a bit further from where I just was, but this area is massive. This, of course, is in front of where a golf course used to be right over here. And now it's just a park. I think it's disc golf, this area, which I very much enjoy. I haven't played this course, but I would like to. But I guess at some point they decided that golf wasn't worth it to run the golf club, so I think they shuttered it. And now it's just, most of it's park, there's disc golf. And I'm sure some of it's going to be developed for, I don't know, residential, I would think. The office demand, I don't think it's very big right now in Charlotte. So, it's probably going to be residential. Again, I'm enjoying all these little lonely places. Shaded spaces. Right near where the right where the utilities are. I could see myself coming out here and drinking a Dr. Pepper or something. If you were so inclined to smoke cigarettes, that's probably where you would smoke a cigarette. Most people would. But I have asthma, so I cannot do that. Very quiet. I hear lots of birds. Lots of trees, and the trees will mature. But I don't know if this place will look the same when they finally do mature. I should go up on the top of this garage and look out from the top. Make it really dark. No. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm always worried about security at places like this. I very much do not want to get arrested just so I can film some dumb little video to put on YouTube. Well, I shouldn't say that. I enjoy uploading these videos. It's mainly because I just like to walk. I like to get out and walk and experience places on foot. Dropping my mic. Probably not a good thing. It's a brand new camera. Well, I'm assuming if you enjoy this channel so far, there's very few people actually watching these videos. Not nearly as much as my main channel. But I really enjoy making these because I do like to walk. And I'm guessing if you're enjoying these videos too, then you probably like to get out and walk too, and to places that are less traveled. I think the last thing I want to show in this area is how they are building residential. It's almost what you would expect to see in the middle of the city, very dense, but there's a very suburban element to it as well, very like office park element. So I'm very, very interested to show that. So I think that's where I'm going to jump to right now. So this is one of the residential towers on the site. And you can see the second one kind of peeking out behind it. It really does look like something that's in Uptown Charlotte or South End, but it's in a very suburban setting. You don't really see this kind of tower on a park like this in the United States. You might see it in other places, but here it's very unusual. You expect to see things a little bit more like this one right over here, this office building. That's what you usually see out here. Looks like they have some nice amenities. A pool over there. I mean, it all looks very well landscaped, of course. A little pond down there that you can go to. It's not my ideal place, but it's pretty good for what it is. I don't hate it. I mean, I like a lot of it. I like a lot of aspects of it. I don't love it, though. Now, there's a dense part of Ballantyne down straight ahead that I'm not going to go to today. But there's a lot of shops and restaurants. Probably the most interesting area of Ballantyne, I guess. So I don't know why they didn't put this tower right on the road. There's the road over there. Very suburban in how they laid it out. Big parking deck right next to it. I don't love the way they did this. But it's not the worst thing ever, I guess. Alright, well, I think that's where I'm going to call it today. Not a lot more I want to show you. So, if you want to see more videos like this, like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.